is life. Yes, so this is the purification. Fire represents purification. Curaçao, a place of for curing the souls. Curaçao is alive, it's not dead. But this fire is intended to purge and to cleanse. For as the smoke is driven away, as the candle melteth, so that those who deceive the people for monetary value shall be driven away, as the candle melteth before the fire. Blessed. Also purification. The light. Get out of darkness and follow the light. There's no need to suffer. There's no need to carry pain for a lifetime. There's no need to work long hours and long days and not see the reward of your labor. It's only the choices that we make. And in Curaçao we have a choice, and the ultimate choice is to go back to Mother Nature, for she's alive and well. She's not dead, she's alive and well, and she's calling us, come back to me, come back to me. For we must remember that God and nature knows who we are. They know every structure, every cell of our body. For they formulated us, and not any scientist in any laboratory. From thence we come, from thence we return. Yeah.
I know Deja from some months ago when he came here to Curaçao. I went to listen to one presentation of him, and I liked him very much, especially the way he is doing and giving the information with regards to alternative medicines, because for what I have experienced several years ago up till now, is that I don't trust to keep on using medicines from the conventional way. And he came with herbs, and I had a problem, and I can say that the problem I had with regards to an organ of mine, the prostate, I am using his herbs now, and I feel very good. I can say that, and I be assured that this will keep me, and that I will be not to have any chemical treatments, not chemotherapy or whatsoever, or using injection, because I feel well. I feel very good, no pains at all, and when it started I felt pains all over, and I had to use pills against the pain. But since I am using his herbal treatment, I can say, and I am quite assured, that the pain will not come back.
Deja, welcome. Yes, it's an honor for us to have you here. Yeah. Please share with the room your thoughts about health in general and about one plant for you, the anamu, that you talked about last time. You can share also how do you use the plant.
See how this is oozing? So it's oozing. So we break this off. And the sap. I can put on the sauce.
For what do you use it?
For sauce, for a cut. If you have a cut, take this and you put it on the cut.
Uh-huh.
Nature had the answer. And the answer is that every illness that we encounter in this lifetime can be healed. I'll repeat it. Every illness or every disease, hypertension, diabetes, prostate cancer, cancer of the breast, fibroids, migraine headaches, insomnia, all these illnesses or disorders can be reversed. And simply because the body has the ability to heal itself.
So I keep on, and I can tell everyone, don't be ashamed, or don't just let go when they say that there are alternatives, that we don't try it, because just try it and you will experience yourself that the results are excellent. And I am very once more assured that that disease will not keep on disturbing me.
Okay, disease. To simplify it, I'm going to read a quote of Jesus Christ. And one asked, Rabbi, what is disease? And he simply said, disease is an inharmony in the human body. And to simplify it even more, he said that consider your body to be a musical instrument, a harpsichord, a guitar. Whenever the strings are too tight, you will not get the rhythm that will bring harmony. Whenever it is too slack, likewise. So there needs to be a balance.
I took this time to share share this message that I've been carrying for quite a while, actually 17 years. And this message is actually a health message, a message of healing. Because over the past 17 years, I've seen a lot of evidence. And it is said that proof is evidence so strong that it would be unreasonable scientifically to deny. And this proof that I bring to you is about the healing properties of herbs.
There's a patient that came to me walking like this. A very tall guy. He was suffering from a condition they call sciatica. Because we have a nerve called the sciatic nerve. From the spine go down to the heels. And let me tell you, those suffering from this condition will have excruciating pain. This young man came to me. Tell me, can I help him? I examined him here and he has seen many doctors taking countless injections. I tell him, yes, I can assist you. I came to him. I did some therapy, I prepared the body. I'll explain to you how I do these therapies. And last but not least, I made a poultice out of garlic, out of ginger. But not this ginger. We have a wild ginger growing in Dominica. They call it jajam douleur, meaning ginger for pain. I crushed this ginger in my mortar and pestle. And I used the poultice on the area. It was in the countryside, the country of which my mom lived. I visited her. The next weekend I came. The guy didn't see me. I saw him by the shop. Straighter than ever. But I cannot hide. I don't want him to see me. But he saw me. And he told me, thank you, thank you, thank you. I said, no, I'm not the one to thank. Thank your creator. Because he has provided for you. I hold up the eye bright there.
Oh, that's called eye bright?
Yeah.
I got a lot of it in.
Yeah. The eye right there. Good to watch the eye. Yeah. Beautiful plant.
Gives you good vision?
Yeah, help your vision. Cleanse your eye.
And how do you use it?
You make a decoction. You boil and you wash your eye. You could do that at least twice a day. Beautiful plant. You also drink also as a tea.
And it's for the same reason?
Yes. Very good habit. Going wild. Yeah. I great man. Excellent plant. Ancient. I will start by sharing with you, and it's very important that we understand that I am your brother, and my intention is to bring clarity upon this intricate and complex understanding of disease and healing. It has become very simple to me, and in this message which I'm going to share, I'm going to simplify this complexity or this dilemma which, sad but true, we have been encountering. 20 years ago, I was trained by the best pharmacists on the island of Dominica. I dispense pharmaceutical drugs for many diseases. For example, hypertension, diabetes, cancer, infertility, and a host of illnesses. And during the time of my occupation, I had the opportunity to revise the medical books of each person that I served. And from my observation, rather than persons getting better, they got worse. And because of this, I questioned my occupation. And the question that I had was, why wasn't persons getting healed or cured from pharmaceutical drugs? Because at the pharmacy, I would sometimes go to the patient and consult them on their drugs. And they always told me that they were never getting better. They always told me the doctor changed the medication. And continuously this was the stories I heard. I decided to resign from my occupation. But we need to acknowledge that we were created by a creator. We were created by a God who has knowledge beyond our comprehension, beyond the doctor's thoughts. And it is said that He has provided for us even before we were created. In the very manual, which is called the Bible, it is written in Genesis, the first chapter, verse 29, that herbs with seeds thereof was created for food. The fruits with seeds thereof was created for food. And we also acknowledge that our food should be our medicines. But why was it written that herbs with seeds thereof and fruits with seeds thereof? It took me a while to understand why seeds was specified. Because at this present era, we are seeing or hearing about what we call genetically modified foods, genetically modified organisms. And these have made life very complex for one to make the right choice. So it's very important to acknowledge that the fruits with seeds, it's natural. The fruits without seeds, it has been manipulated, modified by science. So it's not natural.
I think we've been eating Naomi's food and Deja's food for maybe a week or 2 or 3. And we really like the way they do, the way they use the spices in the food. When you eat it, it really, you feel that you're satisfied. And I think it's also, it has an effect on the whole system. So, yeah, that's what I could say about it.
I think it's also the combination of the food that makes it having a good vibration, and it's you feel it's very beneficial. It doesn't you doesn't feel bloated afterwards, and it's still delicious also. So I think it's a very good combination between the choice of the spices, the choice of the different ingredients of the food, and the way it works on the digestive system.
In the book of Ezekiel, chapter 47, verse 12, and I quote, "Along the bank of the river, on this side and that, will grow all kinds of trees used for food. Their leaves will not wither, and their fruits will not fail. They will bear fruits every month, because their water flows from the sanctuary. Their fruits will be for food, and their leaves for medicine." I can go on further to look at Revelation. We look at Revelation chapter 22. Chapter 22, verse 2. In the midst of of the river was the tree of life, which bore 12 fruits. Each tree yielded its fruits every month. The leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And this, my beautiful people, I consider this. Why was it mentioned that the leaves of the tree was for our medicine? Why was it mentioned that the herbs was for our medicine? And this has been established.
And especially the food he presents, because almost daily I come for his food, and because I can say it's like veggie, so I don't eat any meat or fish or something that comes from living creatures. What he presents and what I am eating is not from living, from the plants, vegetables and so on, and I will continue that way. So I'm very grateful that Deja came here from Dominica. Now he is going back for some weeks, but I hope he will be back soon, so he can help us and help the inhabitants. And I hope that they will listen to him, because many people, they just go on conventional way, but the natural way, alternative, that's the way.
And to be very honest, these questions I had, there were no answers from this modality of treating disease. Time went on, and as time went on, I questioned even more and did more research into pharmaceutical drugs. And to my surprise, I found that each and every pharmaceutical drug contains many side effects. And the very books that guides you to the using of pharmaceutical drugs states that whenever you use a drug for more than 3 to 5 years, you will, not might, you will experience side effects. And even more shocking, whenever you use drugs in combination, it even becomes more vulnerable to suffer from these side effects. For example, you may impair your vital organs, namely your kidneys, your liver, your optic nerves. And in understanding health, these are the vital organs that we need to rejuvenate, and we need to be taken care of, so that they can assist in the mechanisms of healing. So to my understanding, rather than assisting in the process of healing, we were compromising the process of healing. Yeah.
What's the name of it?
It's a wild sage. It's called Mavizu. It's a wild sage, yeah?
It smells good.
Very good, very good. Yeah.
And you use it for ulcers?
Yeah, for stomach problems. Yeah?
Stomach?
Yeah. Excellent. I've healed many persons from ulcers already, you know? Yeah, Mavizu. Very nice. That's it. And the berries. You eat the berries. See the berries? They turn purple. Yeah. And it's edible. You eat the berries. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, man. I made a decision to resign from my occupation, as I understood, based on the biblical essence, that I am my brother's keeper. And whenever I find myself in a compromising position to my brother, I need to question myself. And I did question myself. Because I am there for one purpose in this life, to serve my brother and my sisters. So I chose to seek even further for the source of healing and the essence of healing. The decision I made to resign from my occupation, it was what you call a bittersweet decision.
I went to the mountains of Dominica. Even then, talks was going about me that I lost my head, I was being brainwashed. But I knew that there was something that I had to find in nature. So I was in isolation partially because I visited my parents occasionally. I stayed in nature for about 2 years, drinking the best water, eating the wild foods. And in Dominica, we are blessed because in the time of old, our parents, they did farming in the hills. Many farms, abandoned farms are in the hills. So it was not a place that was so desolate for me. I only had to remove the shrubs and the creepers from the orange trees, the green banana trees. Everything was there. And to my astonishment and my amazement, even to my family, my skin texture, it became much brighter. My mom, which gave me unconditional love. Every time I come to visit my mom, first thing she would look at is what you call my collarbone. She would see how thin I have become. But to her surprise, wow, I look stronger, more vibrant than she ever knew me to be. They call this plant hohong. Hohong or ball head. This plant, the pharmaceutical use this plant for cough syrups. It is very good for colds and for coughs. Yeah. The leaves, you make a syrup with the leaves. You boil on the plant, or the entire plant can be used. Very, very nice aroma. Yeah. Ball head. Or hohong. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Please understand me very clearly. I'm not speaking ill of any medical doctor. Because from my experience, it's just blatant ignorance. Because I was ignorant once upon a time. I found myself in nature. I found myself in the mountains of Dominica. Among nature, among the birds, the bees, the trees, the fresh water. And my beautiful people, all the answers was right before my eyes. All the questions that I had at the pharmacy that had no answers, nature answered me abundantly. The very breath of nature contains all the elements of healing that this entity is part and parcel with nature. And nature taught me that she was created to take care of our well-being, to rejuvenate every cell of our body. Yes, that's what I found. And even more, I understood that this entity, this body that we all carry, it is part and parcel of nature, meaning that it is organic. Yes, it is organic. We need to acknowledge that there are no incurable diseases. The foundation or the start of this journey. Yes, we have been told that there are no cures for hypertension. There are no cures for diabetes. There are no cures for cancer. There are no cures for many disorders or deficiencies that we, sad but true, are experiencing. But I speak from a different spectacle. Not with the spectacle of, or as a pharmaceutical servant, or one that dispenses drugs, but from the eye of one that chooses nature and understand nature as a medium and as the only medium of healing. And
And there is no limitation to what you can achieve through this medium. We are ready to went wrong. We left this beautiful path of nature, and we have found ourselves on a path of confusion, a path of death. We have left the path of life. The very breath that was given to us started in this environment, in the garden, in the beautiful garden. We have left it. That's why we are so confused in this present day. Wow. Only if we just reflect on the days of old, meditate, for wisdom is calling out in the streets. Mother Nature is calling us. Come back to me, come back to me. It is said that where there is life, or life begins, where there is carbon, and many elements that are found in nature that will enhance life to its optimum potential. We could mention carbon, we could mention hydrogen, we could mention oxygen. And as we have been seeing in this lifetime, that these elements are predominant in nature where there is life. And we, as an entity that is part and parcel of nature, these elements are critical for our well-being. And the only source that you can find these elements to complement the human structure or the human entity is in nature. So in other words, our body can only assimilate or metabolize that of which it is made of. I repeat, our body can only assimilate, consume, restorate itself only with the substances that it is made up of. And this, my beautiful people, was the beginning of a beautiful venture which I embarked on. To simplify it, we can be protected from diseases. We are not doomed to illnesses. I can also share with you, based on present scientific information, because now we have been hearing about genetics, genetical predispositions, which most persons think that, oh, I am doomed because my mom had high blood pressure. I am doomed because my dad had cancer. But this is not true. Totally not true. Because the evidence has not proven this to be true. The evidence states that my mom had cancer because of what? She had a bad diet. Her lifestyle was totally not in sync with nature. And I, as a son or a daughter, I choose not to follow this lifestyle. Automatically, life is not so unfair. In the mountain, I learned how to plant, how to farm, how to connect with nature. Because I was a city boy. I never knew gardening, I never knew nothing about nature. I was this normal teenager, always looking good for the ladies. You know, shopping up myself, very neat, everything. I never knew gardening, I never knew about nature. But at the age of 24, I felt that I was just like to live. And nature, my people, going back to nature is the best thing, the greatest thing we can ever do. Nature will not deceive us, because nature was created to take care of us. And I did use the herbs as the only medium of healing. And to my amazement, there were always surprises, always wonders, always mystics in the outcome of the using of herbal medicines. I've encountered many experiences on this path that I chose. There were persons that were scheduled to have surgery done. More specifically, the depletion of your cartilage, your bone marrow, your tissues. Because it is said that as we grow old, our bodies deteriorate. It is said that expect disease like hypertension and diabetes as we grow old. But even this is not totally true. Even this, as a norm of growing up, learning from my grandmother, suffering from countless conditions, I believed that eventually I would be doomed to illness. This is not totally true. And this is the clarification that we need to make, and very strong, because in this present era, rather than an increase or decrease in illnesses, we are seeing an increase in cancer more predominantly. So it's important to understand, getting old does not make you sick, but getting sick will make you old.
Deja.
No man, that is, if you follow the same life and eat the same food that they have, we eat
Same rituals.
Yeah. Yeah man, everything mystic happening today.
Yeah, man. Mula primi sige lucha pia bau dingin frau, que me amin yung enem po ay amin cabeça bau. Wara riba dato observato trabaho. Yeah, man.
She was pressured by the nurses to remove her womb. Oh, I was so happy. The evidence is now coming forward. Next, a man with kidney stones. In 3 weeks, kidney stones was gone. The pain that he felt, in 2 days, it was gone. In 3 weeks, he was totally healed. Gallstone. You all know, sad but true. They remove your gallbladder with such a condition. My beautiful people of Curaçao, herbs have done it. It has been doing it, and it will continue to do it. It's very important for clarity. Extremely important for clarity. Because as far as my experience have taught me, or as much as my experience have taught me, that we need more education rather than medication. Because we have been hearing a lot of misleading information when it comes to the herbs, when it comes to the plants. We have been hearing information that herbs are toxic. Herbs are not good for ingesting. I learned that drugs are the synthetic derivative from nature, from the plants. And most times, you find one compound is being isolated from the plant, and it is considered to be the predominant compound. But no, plants were created with many compounds, and all compounds work in synergy.
Yes.
They work along with each other. And I'll be more specific with this herb called the cannabis plant. We have received information that the cannabis plant has no medicinal properties, no medicinal values, and it's not good for you. We have been taught that the cannabis plant is a monster. It will demonize the human entity. It will destroy the very cells of the brain. It will send you psychotic. Yes, we were told this information. And we all accepted this information. But here, in this present era, in this 21st century, we are getting information scientifically which states that the cannabis plant is one of the best medicines on this planet Earth. Yes, it is one of the best medicines. As science has taught us that we are part and parcel with this plant. For the active compounds in this plant can be found in the human body. And the evidence, which is not layman, but scientific, states that this plant contains what we call substances called cannabinoids. And over the years, we have been misled. Yes, we have been misled. And this very cannabinoids that is found in the cannabis plant, we have been hearing also that we, this entity, which contains numerous healing mechanisms or healing systems, namely your immune system, your neurological system, your respiratory system, your circulatory system, and many other systems. Now we are hearing about the endocannabinoid system. You may ask, what is the endocannabinoid system? Well, the endocannabinoid system is a system that brings about balance, or, want of a better term, homeostasis to this human entity.
This papaya, I recommend to every single one that comes to me for assistance. Eat a papaya every day. A green papaya. In the raw stage. Green papaya.
Like that? Raw.
Raw. But the green one has proven to be very medicinal. Very healing. Let your foods be your medicine. For cancer patients, I advise you to eat a raw papaya every day in your salads. As a salad, which I will have the privilege to show you how to prepare it.
So, we look at the cannabis plant, which contains cannabinoids. Namely, we have what we call cannabidiol, better known as CBD. We also have what we call THC. We found that these substances or compounds, it helps with neurological disorders. For example, you have conditions like Parkinson's disease. And this condition, as we know, when there is too much of a substance called dopamine, you can be sick. When there is too little, you may also be sick. But this cannabinoid, it brings about balance, as I said, and it helps to regulate this hormone called dopamine. So it's very important that we understand the intricacies of science and how the plants have simplified this message. The cannabis plant, in my personal experience, I've employed it in many processes of healing. Some people would say it's poison, but no, that's not true. It's food. It's in the supermarket, it's poison. The processed foods, man-made foods, these are poison. The foods contain MSGs, high fructose corn syrup, cancer agents. Nature never produces cancer. Never has and never will. Cancer was created in a laboratory. Yeah. Beautiful nature, beautiful nature. And the evidence that I bring to you comes from this woman who was told that she needed surgery done because her hand could not reach above her head. Her hand was said by the medical doctors that her bone marrow, her cartilage was depleting, and the only solution was to have surgery done. As usual, the herbalist is always the last option. It's okay. This woman came to me. I had a consultation with her. She gave me a history, the diagnosis that was given to her by the medical doctor, which I followed, and I told her, based on my comprehension of the diagnosis, that it would take me 3 months to treat her so that her hand would be free from pain, because she had excruciating pain. She could not sleep at night. So in my little mind, I followed the diagnosis of the medical doctors, and I told her it would take me 3 months to get rid of the pain and to have her hand rise from above her head. My beautiful people, it always amazed me with the outcome of the use of herbs. As I said, I'm a servant of herbs. I'm a servant of healing. So I employed the cannabis oil as a physical therapy, as a massage, and also a combination of compresses on the affected area. Yes, I said it took me 3 months, but to my astonishment, it took me only 3 treatments, which I did 2 treatments per week. So by the 2nd week, her hand was free from pain and could be risen above her head. This, someone would say it's a miracle. But I said no. This is part and parcel with the using of herbs. The herbs will heal you. And this woman was free from pain within a period of 2 to 3 therapies using the cannabis oil. Buy something somewhere. If you don't have money, you die, you can't eat.
Yeah, that herb.
Wow. See right there, this herb is growing, man.